Hi, I'm Dan.
And I'm Kimberly.
And I'm Mallory.
And we are here today to talk about going from good to great with your videos.
Now there's no doubt about it. Videos are the way to go. Seems like everybody has one, from the kid next door to Fortune 500 companies.
Why do you think there's such an explosion of videos?
Well, technology for one. The quality of video cameras from consumer models to professional rigs have improved greatly over the past few years. And price. Today you can get a full high-definition video camera shooting at 1920 by 1080 resolution for a fraction of the price that it would have cost just a few years ago. Computers also have web cameras built into them now, and even your cell phone can take an excellent video.
Social media marketing is the other big catalyst. Popular websites like Facebook and YouTube have really encouraged the use of videos. Everything from kittens playing with a ball of yarn to corporate identity videos. And while technology has taken leaps and bounds, unfortunately, people's video skills have not.
We've all seen them. Shaky camera, poor audio, even business videos are subject to poor production values. And that's why we're here today. We believe that with a few suggestions, you can turn an okay video into a great video. Or in other words, going from good to great.
So let's get going and turn to our first topic on how to shoot a great video using a tripod.
One sure way to spot an amateur video is if the footage is shaky. This is a dead giveaway. You never see shaky footage coming out of Hollywood, unless, of course, the director expressly wants to produce this effect.
Hey Dan, how am I looking? Not too shaky, is it?
It may sound simple, but you would be amazed at how many people think they can get by without using a tripod. Plus, a good quality fluid head will give you those silky smooth pans and tilts that you see in many professional videos. Did you notice how we're shooting in a field at noon in the direct sun? Do not do this. As you can see here, shooting in the direct sun can give you harsh shadows in critical areas of the face. This is definitely something to avoid. Try finding some shade. See how shooting in the shade loses those harsh shadows? This is a much more pleasant lighting effect. Many videographers find themselves shooting indoors, usually under fluorescent or tungsten lighting. If possible, try to control your lighting by bringing your own light kit, preferably a softbox. Now, as the name implies, softboxes give a soft, even light to the scene, preventing any shadows that might fall on the subject. Using one type of lighting also allows you to control the color temperature of the set. This enables you to white balance your camera accurately.
White balancing your camera is critical in getting accurate skin tones. As you can see here, if your white balance is off, your subject can appear too blue or too orange. Here is a color temperature chart showing the different types of light sources and their associate color temperature. The easiest way to set your white balance is to hold something white in the frame and then press the white balance button on your camera.
So to review, if you're shooting outdoors, shoot in the shade. And if you're indoors, control your lighting by using softboxes. And don't forget to white balance your camera.
Okay, so now that you have your camera on a tripod and you are out from direct sun, hopefully in the shade, or if you are indoors with a light kit and your camera white balanced, it's time to talk about audio. Audio is crucial to a video. In fact, the great filmmaker Stanley Kubrick said the soundtrack is 80% of a movie. The first mistake people make when making a video is using the onboard microphone of the video camera. The problem is that your camera is here and your subject is way over there. And when they speak, the levels are low, the subject sounds off mic, and there can be a lot of ambient noise.
This is a great example of ambient noise. You can see that when the train rolls by, you can hardly even hear it.
You might want to try using a lapel mic like this.
A lapel mic won't solve all your problems, but it will reduce a lot of the ambient noise, and it's a good solution for when you have situations like this.
Now, if a lapel mic won't work in your situation, then try using a shotgun microphone.
A shotgun microphone can be very handy when the mic needs to be completely hidden or out of the scene. You can also use a shotgun mic with a boom pole if needed. This is a very standard technique for capturing good audio. And as you can see here, when framed correctly, you can't even tell that a boom pole is being incorporated to capture the audio from the talent.
Okay, so this is where we put it all together. You have your video camera on a good sturdy tripod with a fluid head. You're shooting away from direct sun and in the shade or under controlled lighting. And you're using either a lapel mic or a shotgun mic. Now we're going to talk about composition. This really sets apart the pros from the amateurs. Good photographers know and use the law of thirds. Once you understand this concept, you will see it used everywhere, from still photography to commercials to movies, both big and small.
Simply put, the law of thirds suggests that you divide your frame into thirds, like this. Many beginning videographers tend to put their subject right in the middle of the frame. However, look how much more pleasing this shot could be if we composed it differently and moved Mallory over here. This scene is now composed using the law of thirds, and it's much more pleasing to the eye.
Now here's a two-shot. Two people in the frame, and their bodies are composed in such a way that they each take up 1/3 of the frame.
See how easy that is? Once you get the knack of it, you will be using the law of thirds all the time. Excuse me, Dan. Would you mind composing me correctly? Thanks. Much better.
Well, that about wraps it up. In this video, we covered the importance of using a good tripod, being aware of your lighting, how to capture good audio, getting a good white balance, and how to compose the visual elements in your frame.
So now it's all up to you.
With these 5 simple rules, you can now go from good to great with your videos. Happy shooting!